Starting July 4th, 2026, the U.S. government began depositing $1,000 into investment accounts for American babies. Free money. And according to the government's own official illustration, that single $1,000 deposit, even if you never add another dime, could grow to $243,000 by the time your kid turns 55. Millions of accounts have already been opened. But here's what almost nobody is telling you. Buried in the fine print are a tax trap that could take a bigger bite out of that money than you expect, a lockup rule that surprises most parents, and one decision you need to make before your kid turns 18 that could change everything. So give me 9 minutes and I'll walk you through exactly how Trump accounts work, who gets the free $1,000, how $1,000 actually becomes $243,000, the catches nobody reads, and the 3 things you should do this week. And before we start, quick disclaimer. This is education, not financial advice. Let's start with what this thing actually is, because the name tells you nothing. Imagine if, on the day your child was born, someone opened a retirement account for them, a 401k for a baby, and dropped in the first deposit before your kid could even hold a spoon. That's essentially a Trump account. Officially, it's a new type of tax-advantaged investment account for children created by the One Big Beautiful Bill that was signed into law on July 4th, 2025. Technically, it's a special kind of IRA, an individual retirement account, that starts at birth instead of at your first job. Here's why that matters. Most people don't start saving for retirement until their late 20s or 30s. A Trump account gives your kid a 25 to 30-year head start. And in investing, a head start isn't just a nice bonus. As you're about to see, it's basically a cheat code. Any child under 18 with a social security number can have one. But the free $1,000? That's only for some kids. Let's talk about who gets it. The $1,000 deposit comes from a government pilot program, and there are 3 boxes your child needs to check. 1. Born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028. 2. A U.S. citizen. 3. Has a social security number. If your child checks all 3 boxes, the Treasury will put $1,000 into their account, but only if you claim it. This is not automatic for everyone. You make the election by filing Form 4547 with the IRS or signing up online at the official Trump Accounts website. It takes minutes, and yet many eligible families still haven't done it. Now, what if your child was born before 2025? They can still open a Trump account. They just don't get the government's $1,000. But here's a detail most videos skip. The Dell Foundation is depositing $250 into accounts for kids aged 10 or younger who live in qualifying zip codes. That's another 25 million children who could get free money that their parents don't even know exists. Okay, so your kid has $1,000 sitting in an account. How does that turn into $243,000? This is where it gets fun. The money in a Trump account doesn't just sit there. By law, it has to be invested in low-cost index funds that track the U.S. stock market. The default option is an S&P 500 fund, which means your kid owns a tiny slice of the 500 biggest companies in America. Apple, Microsoft, all of them. Historically, the U.S. stock market has returned somewhere around 7 to 10% per year over long periods. And when returns get reinvested year after year, you get compounding, earning returns on your returns. Here's the official illustration from the government's own website, based on historical S&P 500 averages. So it's an estimate, not a guarantee. That single $1,000 deposit with 0 additional contributions. By age 18, it's about $6,000. By age 27, around $15,000. And by age 55, $243,000. Look at those numbers again. It took 18 years to make the first $5,000. It made almost $250,000 in the decades after. That's not a typo. That's how compounding works. It's painfully boring at the start and absolutely explosive at the end. The first snowball is tiny, but roll it down a long enough hill and it becomes an avalanche. This is exactly why Warren Buffett is worth what he's worth. His secret was never just picking stocks, it was starting early. He bought his first stock at age 11. A Trump account gives your child something even Buffett would envy, a portfolio that starts at age 0. And if you actually contribute on top of the free money, That same illustration shows that maxing out the account could grow it to roughly $271,000 by age 18 and over $700,000 by age 27. Which brings us to the rules of the game. Rule 1. The contribution limit. Family and friends can put in up to $5,000 per year total, per child, until the year before they turn 18. That limit adjusts for inflation starting in 2028. Rule 2, and this one is criminally underrated. Your employer can contribute up to $2,500 a year to your child's account, and it doesn't count as taxable income to you. It does count toward the $5,000 cap, but think about what this means. It's free money from your job, on top of free money from the government. If your company offers this benefit, that's potentially $2,500 a year you're leaving on the table by not asking HR one simple question. Rule 3. Contributions from charities and state governments don't count toward the limit at all. Neither does the government's $1,000. Rule 4. The investments are locked into diversified U.S. stock index funds with fees capped at 0.10%. No meme stocks, no crypto, no gambling. For a hands-off parent, that's honestly a feature, not a bug. Sounds great, right? Now, let's talk about what the headlines don't tell you, because there are 3 catches, and one of them is a genuine tax trap. Catch number 1, the money is locked. No withdrawals poor at all until January 1st of the year your child turns 18. No exceptions for emergencies. Once your dollar goes in, it's your kid's dollar, and it's staying put. Catch number 2, this is a retirement account, not a college fund. Starting January 1st of the year your child turns 18, the account generally follows traditional IRA rules. That means if they pull money out before age 59 and a half, they'll generally pay a 10% penalty on top of taxes, with some exceptions like certain education costs or buying a first home. If your main goal is paying for college, a 529 plan is usually the better tool. The Trump account's real superpower is that 55-year horizon. Catch number 3, the tax trap. Contributions go in after tax with no deduction, but withdrawals get taxed as ordinary income. And here's the fine print almost nobody reads. The government's $1,000. Every dollar your employer puts in and all the investment growth are generally taxable when withdrawn. Only the money you personally contributed comes back tax-free. You won't be taxed twice on your own after-tax dollars, but everything else gets taxed on the way out. So this account is tax-deferred, not tax-free. It's still a great deal. Free money with decades of growth beats no money. But go in with your eyes open. Oh, and one more thing to sit with. At 18, your kid gets full control. All of it. Whether your teenager is ready to manage a 5- or 6-figure account, that's a conversation between you and your future self. So here's exactly what to do this week. Step 1. If your child was born in 2025 or later, claim the $1,000. File Form 4547 or sign up online. Even if you never contribute a cent of your own money, $6,000 at 18 and $250,000 million at 55 for 10 minutes of paperwork might be the best return on time you will ever get. Don't turn down free money. Step 2. Ask your HR department one question. Do we offer Trump account contributions? That's up to $2,500 a year, tax-free. Step 3. Decide where your own dollars go. Free money first, always. But for your personal contributions, compare the Trump account against a 529 plan and a custodial Roth IRA before you commit. Each one wins in different situations, and the answer depends on whether you're saving for college, a first home, or retirement. Because here's the truth this whole program is built on. The most powerful force in building wealth was never your salary, your stock picks, or your timing. It's time itself. And your kid has more of it than anyone you know. The government just handed them $1,000 and a 55-year head start. The only question left is, will you claim it? If this video helped you understand Trump accounts, hit like and subscribe. I break down money topics like this in plain English, so you never have to decode the fine print alone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.